Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 12 days giveaway day number. I know I'm a little bit behind. I do apologize. I'm trying to also enjoy the holidays, but I should have planned ahead more, and that is my fault, so I do apologize. The videos are coming, and I think I have 2 more after this. So don't worry, we'll still do all the giveaways, I promise. They just might be a little bit later than promised. But anyway, we're gonna start off today with a Q&A, and it's been a long time since I filmed one for my channel. A lot has been going on in my personal life, fitness, all that kind of stuff, so I will answer some of your questions today. I'll be like my Santa. We have a special guest, of course. Every time I film in here, she's in here because she just is so needy and just needs to be. And Rocky's on the floor down here, and you can't see him. But they're both here. Ivy is taking a little power nap because she's been running around like a little psycho puppy. I'm like so excited for her to be older. Like, puppies are fun and all, but let me tell you, it's basically like you have to watch them 24/7 because they chew on stuff, and I don't want my house to get destroyed. So let's get into the questions I asked on Instagram. Now, I asked this about a month ago because I was planning to film the Q&A a month ago, so some of these questions are going to be older, but it's fine. We'll survive. So I'm just gonna pick some questions. Question number 1 from Claire Sibley. She said, how old are you, and do you live by yourself with your doggies? So I am 25 years old. I will be 26 on March 12th. Team Pisces. If you're Pisces, I love you. And I do live by myself with my 3 doggies. I love living by myself. I just don't do well with roommates. It's just not my thing. So yes, I do live by myself. My mom lives very close by, so I'm super close with her, and then I probably see her a few times a week, and maybe once a week now. I've been super busy, but I do try and hang out with her quite often, and obviously my friends as well. But no, I do live by myself, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, at some point in the future, I will be married. Fingers crossed. Who knows? Because boys just are awful. So hopefully at some point I will be living with a husband of some sort. But for now, I do live by myself, and it's freaking amazing. Question from Dame Dinero. He asks, I think it's a man, how do you handle all of the negative criticism you get? So honestly, the criticism when I first got into Instagram about 4 years ago, the first 2 years I would say were probably the worst. I would get comments, just horrible comments all the time. Now they're definitely a lot less. I mean, obviously I still get some negative comments here and there, but it's definitely a lot less. And my biggest thing is just like, if you don't know me personally, I don't take what you say about me personally. So if you don't actually know who I am and the kind of person that I am, I guarantee you that what you're saying about me is false, or it's made up in your own head. I think a lot of the time that people, when they say negative things about you, it's usually a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So just don't take it personally. You have to realize that everyone is not going to like you, and it's literally impossible to appeal to everyone on the internet because there's so many different people with different viewpoints, and you just have to kind of stay true to yourself and realize that there's a lot more good and positive comments than there are negative ones. So don't take the negative ones to heart. Just realize, all right, well, that person doesn't like me, and it's fine, and they should just find their own happiness. And maybe if they were happy, they wouldn't be commenting negative things to strangers on the internet. But that's just my opinion. So yes, don't take it to heart, and okay, make yourself comfortable. Someone asked, what's your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking, and do you speak any other languages? So I actually would like to get the 23andMe thing done. It's like the thing where you send in your DNA and you find out exactly what you are, like break it down even more. But basically I am a quarter Mexican, I know that for sure. And then, because my grandpa was from Mexico, and then I am part German and a bunch of other like European mix, just like a bunch of random European stuff mixed in there. I think that I might have also a little bit of Native American in me somewhere. I don't know. That's kind of why I want to get tested and figure all of that out. So once I actually do the test and figure that out, I will obviously update you guys and let you know. Okay, next question. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong and I do apologize. Tamwa Life, I guess. I think I said that right. I don't know. She asks, what is your ideal guy? So, as we all know, I am single. I did have a boyfriend. Turned out to be not a very nice person. What is my ideal guy? So, I don't really know what my ideal guy is. It's probably why I'm single. I like someone who's funny. They have to be funny because I don't feel like I'm funny and I want to be laughing all the time. So they have to be funny. Obviously I have to be attracted to them. I kind of like darker features on a guy. That's just my thing, I guess. Definitely have to be tall. They don't have to have blue eyes, but it is a plus because that way when we make children, all of our children can have blue eyes and it'll be wonderful. But no, physical is not obviously a huge thing. Obviously I need to be attracted to you because that's like an essential part of the relationship. But no, you gotta be funny, you have to be smart. I would prefer to be smart. I like someone who's very charismatic and outgoing because I am not. I am very reserved and more so on the shyer, introverted side. So I would prefer someone who is more outgoing to kind of keep conversations going because that's not my strong suit. And I wouldn't say that I'm super picky, but I guess I kind of am. I don't really have like a long list of requirements. I just feel like if you vibe with someone, then you vibe with them, and that's kind of just what I go off of. So that's, I guess, my ideal guy. But there's no, I mean, I feel like you just meet people and you either really get along with them and really vibe well and mesh well with them, or you just don't. And so that would be my ideal guy. So DimpleCutie93 asks, what's been your biggest motivation in life to succeed in all areas of goals? I love you. You're one of many motivational pieces to my day-to-day for life. First of all, I love you also. And second of all, my biggest thing is I've always been such an independent person ever since I was little. I always did lots of chores, make my own money. Even since I was very small, I washed the cars for my parents. I would, just do chores around the house that I could make extra money because that's how they would pay us if we did chores. So I would always do a ton of chores. I'd always ask my parents, hey, what can I do to make some extra money? So when I was in middle school, I saved up for my first laptop. I saved $1,000, something absurd for a middle schooler. Anyways, I bought my first laptop and I've just always been very, very independent. I've always wanted to live on my own, pay for my own things, and that's just always been, I guess, kind of a driving force in why I have my own business and why I make my own money, because that motivates me. I hate having people pay for stuff for me. I hate having to rely on others for stuff that I want. And so that's kind of my biggest thing. That's just kind of been something that's always inherent in me, is just always making my own money, doing my own things, and just being super independent from anyone else. And I guess that's probably the biggest reason, or my biggest reason to have my own business, is because I like to be independent and worry about myself, and obviously my future family. That's also a big thing for me, is making sure that my future children will have a good life. So that's a big motivation for me personally. All right, I have two questions from Miss Katie Scarlett. She asks, what camera other than an iPhone do you use to take Instagram pictures, and how often do you drink wine? So the two cameras that I use for vlogging and picture taking is, right now I'm on the Sony A5100, and it has a different lens on it because the camera is actually interchangeable lenses. So I have a wider lens on it right now. This is the one I mostly use for workout videos and sit-down videos, and then I also have the Sony RX100, and I feel like that one takes better pictures. That's usually it's a little bit smaller than this one, and it's usually the one that I take for Instagram pictures. And your other question, how often do I drink wine? I've actually been drinking less wine for some reason during the holiday season. I don't know why, but I'd say probably once a week or once every other week. So not a crazy amount, but a decent amount. I mean, I usually, if I'm gonna drink wine, it's usually the whole bottle, so I'm not just having a glass here and there. So that hopefully answers your question. Amanda_2973 asks, if you were to have any job than the one I'm doing now, what would it be? So I love interior decorating. As you can tell, you've seen my house tour, I'm sure. It's just kind of something that I've developed over the past few years. I just love it for some weird reason. I don't know why. It like makes me so happy. I also really love gardening. I don't know if I'd be like a gardener per se, but I do love like landscape and all that kind of stuff, which I really want to kind of get more into next year and kind of doing more stuff with my yard. Obviously I can pay someone to do it, but I'd rather do it myself. So those are kind of two things that I really like. I just feel like it's so satisfying, especially interior decorating. Like once you like piece everything together and you get it all set and it just looks so beautiful every time you walk in your house. Just freaking love that. So that would be cool if I could do that in the future for other people. But those are kind of the two things that I like other than fitness. If I were to do anything other career, I don't really know if I would, definitely wouldn't ever be a doctor because I couldn't do, first of all, I couldn't do all that school, and second of all, I couldn't deal with blood and guts and all that grossness. So I don't know, I guess interior decorating I'd have to go with. That was my final decision. So next question is from Jamie Boynton, and she says, what's the funniest thing that has ever happened to you while you were working out? I don't know if this is funny, but it is super embarrassing. So I actually was deadlifting and I got my period while I was deadlifting. Like literally, I pulled the bar up, and this sounds really gross if you're not a female, but you can just feel your period come, and it literally came right then, and I was like, oh my god. I was wearing bright pink pants. Like there was no black pants going on, which of course would have been slightly better, but it was just, I mean, it was just really, really embarrassing. It was kind of funny afterwards, but not during. I was hella embarrassed. I think I like took a shirt out of my gym bag and like wrapped it up around my waist and just like left the gym because I was like, this is not gonna stay here working out while there's literally blood all over my pants. It was not very funny, but definitely embarrassing. Okay, so Hales Dixon asks, how hard is it to juggle being YouTube/Instagram famous, a good dog mom, and maintaining an amazing physique? How mentally draining is it, and how do you keep mentally healthy? This is a great question because I do struggle with this. I do find that I'm a workaholic, not even a workaholic, but I don't have a set schedule every day, which is really something I want to work on in the new year because obviously I work for myself, so it's kind of like a do stuff like when you want to do it, and it's not really, I work much better off of a set schedule every day. I like to have a plan for the day, and that's something I really want to work on for the new year. In terms of staying mentally healthy, I would say something I need to do more of is just have a day to myself that does not involve social media or the computer or the internet at all, which is obviously, again, something I need to work on for the new year. And I want to hold her hand. Just let me hold your hand. Gosh, Grace. Would you let me hold her hand? But yeah, obviously it is nice to be home all the time for the dogs. I'm usually in and out. Like I don't stay at the gym all day. I usually just go there to work out or do some paperwork and stuff like that. But I do most of my work here, so that is the easier part with being a dog mom. I am here a lot of the time for them, which is nice for them. Obviously, they don't have to be alone all the time, but definitely it can be very draining just because social media is one of those things that has a lot of obviously pros to it, but also has a lot of cons to it. I just feel like I'm on my phone way more than I would like to be, and on the computer way more than I like to be, but then again, that is my job, so there's a fine line between kind of juggling all that. But I do think a big thing for me would just be having a set schedule for the day and getting all my work done at a certain time of the day, so that after a certain hour I can just zone out and relax and takes time for myself. Okay, next question, going to be the last question. Cassie K27 asks, do you miss powerlifting at all? Would you ever compete in another fitness related competition or do a marathon? So the answer is no, I do not miss powerlifting, and no, I do not plan to compete at all in anything in the near future or far future from what I'm feeling right now. I just work better off of being more flexible. The thing with like powerlifting is you have to be on a certain strength block, you have to be hitting the gym at certain lifts, and it's too structured for me. I've learned over the past couple of years that I don't like training that is structured. I like doing stuff the way that I want to do it. So that's kind of the biggest thing with me in terms of like competitions and stuff like that, is it is more structured and more rigid training, and that does not work well for me at all whatsoever. So that's kind of a personal thing for me. Some people love having a structured plan, but I hate it. I really, really hate it. And please come back. Does anyone else get like really sad when their dog just like ignores them? I take care of you and I love you. You should give me attention all the time. All the time. All the time. I love you. Alright guys, that is going to conclude this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. My little Christmas ears, or not ears, my Christmas headband was great. And of course there is going to be a giveaway in this, and I am giving away some protein donuts from DOUGHBAR Donuts. They are giving away 2 variety packs. So if you would like to win these, all you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure that your notifications are turned on. Follow me on Instagram. Like this video. And comment below of how I can contact you, either email or Instagram. And I just want to let you guys know I am picking, so I already picked day 1 winner, but I'm actually going to pick all the winners after Christmas, because I wanted to give you guys a few more days to actually enter in the competitions. So if you have not entered into any of them yet, you still have a chance. Remember, it is totally random the way that I pick the winners, so I just throw it into a machine, so nothing seems like it's unfair or anything. I just throw it into a machine and it'll just spit out a random comment, and then I just make sure that that person has followed all of the rules for the giveaway. Hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you shortly. Bye guys.